What if Ron never left? The Unbroken Trio. In the darkest hour of the wizarding world, as Harry Potter bore the immense burden of the Horcrux hunt, the weight of the task, the constant fear, and the insidious magic of Salazar Slytherin's locket began to fray even the strongest bonds. For a desperate moment, overwhelmed by doubt and despair, Ron Weasley left Harry and Hermione. His return, filled with remorse and unwavering loyalty, ultimately strengthened their unbreakable trio. But what if that agonizing separation never happened? What if Ron, despite the locket's insidious whispers, had never left? This what if doesn't just change a few weeks. It fundamentally alters the dynamics of the Golden Trio, their individual paths, and the very nature of their final victory. The temptation and the choice. Standing firm. The Locket of Salazar Slytherin was a masterpiece of dark magic, designed to exploit fears and insecurities. In our known timeline, it whispered its poisons into Ron's ear, preying on his deepest fears of inadequacy and being unloved, leading him to abandon his friends. But what if, in that critical moment, Ron's innate loyalty, his deep love for Harry and Hermione, or perhaps a stronger countercharm from Hermione, gave him the strength to resist? What if he heard the whispers, felt the pull, but looked at his friends' desperate faces and chose to stay? The argument might still occur, the hurtful words might still be exchanged, but the final, decisive act of leaving would be averted. This moment of internal struggle and Ron's triumph over it would forge an even deeper, unspoken bond between the three, built on shared vulnerability and unwavering commitment. The hunt intensifies. 3 minds, 3 strengths. Without the emotional trauma of Ron's departure, the Horcrux hunt would become significantly more efficient, though no less dangerous. Ron's practical skills, his chess-like strategic mind, and his uncanny ability to deduce practical solutions would remain an active part of the trio's arsenal. He wouldn't have to catch up on lost time or information, allowing their progress to be more continuous. Hermione wouldn't carry the sole burden of mending the group's morale or solving every logistical puzzle. His natural humor would also provide much-needed levity in their darkest moments, preventing the pervasive despair that often threatened to consume Harry and Hermione. The sheer weight of their mission would still be immense, but it would be distributed more evenly among 3 fully functioning, mutually supportive minds. Harry's burden, a shared weight. Harry's immense burden, the crushing weight of the prophecy and Dumbledore's last instructions, would feel significantly lighter. In our original story, Harry often felt isolated, unable to fully share his fears, especially after Ron left. But with Ron constantly by his side, Harry would have another loyal sounding board, another brave soul to stand guard or offer a simple, grounding distraction. The emotional toll of the Horcrux hunt, the constant paranoia, the fear of capture, the feeling of being hunted, would be shared more directly. This Harry might be less prone to reckless decisions born out of desperation or isolation, benefiting from Ron's more grounded perspective and Hermione's careful planning. Hermione's resilience, less emotional strain. Hermione, the intellectual and emotional anchor of the trio, would endure less emotional strain. In the original timeline, Ron's absence left her juggling Harry's deepening despair, the constant threat of capture, and the crushing loneliness of being the sole emotional support for Harry. With Ron present, her anxieties would be shared. She could lean on his common sense, his unwavering loyalty, and his ability to lighten the mood. This would allow her to focus more effectively on the magical intricacies of the hunt, deciphering ancient texts, brewing complex potions, and devising escape plans without the added pressure of managing her friends' deteriorating morale. Her magical breakthroughs might even come faster, unburdened by emotional turmoil. Peter Pettigrew and Malfoy Manor. A different outcome? The presence of a constantly united trio could have crucial ripple effects on key events. Peter Pettigrew's fate, for example, might be sealed much earlier. Without Ron leaving, the group's journey might lead them to different locations or encounters, potentially allowing them to corner or capture Pettigrew and prevent his further service to Voldemort. This would be a massive strategic blow to the Death Eaters. The agonizing ordeal at Malfoy Manor could also be significantly altered. If they were never caught, or if their escape was better coordinated with three minds working in concert, Dobby's sacrifice might be averted. The torture Hermione endured and the emotional scar it left might be less severe or even avoided, preserving her mental and emotional well-being for the trials ahead. The Battle of Hogwarts, a united front from the start. The Battle of Hogwarts would begin with a trio whose bond was utterly unbreakable, forged not in separation and regret, but in continuous shared adversity. Ron's insights into the castle's passages, his strategic contributions, and his unwavering courage would be immediately available. His pivotal moment with the Basilisk Fang and the destruction of the locket in the Chamber of Secrets would happen with less agonizing delay, perhaps even leading to the destruction of Nagini earlier, crippling Voldemort more swiftly. His emotional maturity, already developing through the hardships of the hunt, would solidify without the stain of past regrets. His presence would ensure Harry had immediate, unwavering support in the final, desperate hours, allowing Harry to focus solely on Voldemort, knowing his closest friends were right there beside him. The aftermath, healing, and growth. The victory against Voldemort would be unequivocally shared, a testament to the power of their unbroken bond. While the war would still leave scars, the specific emotional wounds caused by Ron's temporary abandonment, the doubt, the pain, the guilt, would simply not exist. Their friendship and Ron's relationship with Hermione would grow without that particular shadow. Ron would emerge from the war with his self-worth intact, his confidence solidified by his unwavering commitment. Their futures would still be intertwined, but perhaps with even greater trust and resilience, knowing they faced the darkest challenges, never once letting go of each other's hands. What if Ron never left Harry and Hermione? It's a what-if that underscores the immense power of loyalty, friendship, and resilience in the face of despair. It reveals how even in the direst circumstances, sticking together can lighten the heaviest burdens, accelerate victory, and forge bonds that are truly unbreakable. What are your thoughts on an unbroken trio throughout the Horcrux hunt? How else do you think the war or their lives afterward would have changed? Share your insights and theories in the comments below. And don't forget to tell us which other what-if scenario from the world of Harry Potter you'd like me to delve into next. Your ideas truly help shape the magic here on Omniva.